Why is the Sinclair Method such an effective alternative treatment for alcohol dependence? Part 1. If you're not familiar with this treatment, definitely check out the other videos I have or the link in my bio. This is a clinically proven treatment for alcohol dependence that actually doesn't require people to quit drinking because over time it helps them to regain control over alcohol. That's one of the reasons that this treatment is so effective, is that it deals with the issue of alcohol dependence and alcohol use disorder at the root level, which is actually inside of the brain. When someone has gone from a quote-unquote normal drinker into alcohol use disorder territory, their brain has been changed. And when that happens, drinking is no longer a logical choice. Anyone who has struggled with alcohol use disorder could relate with the experience of, you have a bad drinking night or a bad binge and you wake up the next morning and you're regretting it and you wonder, why do I keep doing this? And you tell yourself you're never going to drink again. But then in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you're back at it again. The reason that's happening is because, as I said, alcohol dependence, once it's crossed over into alcohol use disorder, is no longer a logical choice because of the part of the brain that it's impacting. And that part of the brain that is impacted by alcohol addiction is actually a part of our brain that is responsible for our survival. And what happens when we develop an alcohol addiction is that our brain is mistakenly equating alcohol to a survival need. So when people abruptly quit drinking, thinking that's the logical choice, which it makes sense, if you have a problem with alcohol, you should stop drinking. But the reason why 80% or more of people relapse after quitting alcohol is because of what's going on in the brain, because their brain is still wired to crave alcohol. Their brain thinks they need alcohol to survive. So what happens is people go into craving mode for alcohol. There's actually a phenomenon called the alcohol deprivation effect, where people start to feel and experience deprivation from alcohol. So their brain obsessively thinks about it. They just want to drink. They're fighting a craving every day. They're just really resisting the urge to drink. And this oftentimes, like I said, 80% or more of people will relapse after they quit drinking because of what's going on in the brain. And that's one of the reasons that the Sinclair Method is such an effective treatment, is because it deals with the root issue inside of the brain, and it really repairs that and it actually reverses alcohol addiction inside of the brain. So the end result for a lot of people is they get back to a place where they feel a sense of regained control over their alcohol consumption. Their craving for it starts to fade away. If they are drinking, they have a greater sense of control when they drink, and they're able to have alcohol-free days with much greater ease. Again, learn more about this treatment with the videos I have or the link in my bio. I am a success story of this treatment and a coach and a huge advocate because I've seen it not only change my life, but others as well.